Hope so you all are doing well. Okay, so let's start the story without any further conversation. I have to go academy also. I don't have much time. Okay. The atmosphere is so beautiful. Everyone is busy in their own work. A cute boy sits on the side watching everyone. When someone comes and stands behind him, he turns and sees him with a soft smile on his face. The man holds his hand. Why you sit here? Jimin, nothing, Yoongi. Actually, I never see that much, so I am feeling a little bit weird. He said, and Yoongi sit in front of him. Yoongi, I understand you. It's take time to adjust here for you. Jimin nodded with a soft smile. Jimin, can I ask you something? He said, and Yoongi nodded. Jimin, said Jimin. Don't you feel like I come from? Introduce me as your Yoongi. What's today, Jimin? Jimin, huh? Yoongi, today is our, and you want me to, you, that's not right. Jimin chuckled. Jimin, you don't mean, Yoongi, then don't think this ever. The day I saw your photo, I feel like I for you. He said, Jimin chuckled. Jimin, Yoongi, yeah, huh? 1 year pass off, and you know what? I the most you don't talk with me. With me, why? Jimin, everyone tell me you were so cold. What I do there? Yoongi, so what I am? I am nothing for you. I am not for you, Jimin. I see that. He said, and Yoongi, really? Jimin, him, and they both chuckle to see each other, and then the others come. Jungkook, wow, the newly is enjoying, huh? He said and Jimin smiled. Yoongi, you come and everything. Jungkook, why would I do? I do, huh? Sit with your family also, he said, and Aista, he said, and sit on the chair. Yoongi, where is other? Call them also. He said, roll his eyes, and Jimin is really enjoying all this. And the others also come, and they sit both sit. Namjoon, Jimin, you okay? You want something? You must be hungry, Jimin. Thank you so much, Young. I don't want anything. Young, yeah, if he want to tell Young, if Young don't give him his Jungkook, he don't. That was only for us, right, Young? He said. Then Yoongi roll his eyes. Jin, stop him. Yoongi, see Young. You know, Jungkook and Jin. I am. If I want, I can. You both here. No one ask me a single question, Chiang, huh? But I do. Young, I ask you why you don't take his card from him first, and then him. Yoongi, now I don't said anything. Jimin, seriously, Yoongi, what you are saying, Yoongi? I don't said anything. It's Taeyang. Jimin, see Jungkook. See, Jimin, this is how they all me. Taeyang, Jimin, don't go on his bunny face. I mean innocent face. He said, and they all start laughing. Jungkook see them with done face. Jungkook, like, seriously, huh? Okay. Yun, you were also saying something. Yun, yeah, I am saying, my brother, you are looking so beautiful. He said, they all started laughing. Jimin, haha, you all are so good. Jin, spend some time with them you ask for. And then Mrs. Min come. Mrs. Min, what happens, guys? Yoongi, mom, come sit. Mrs. Min, no, Jimin son, can you come with me? I have to introduce you with some guests. Yang. That was the most boring thing, Jimin. Right, Jimin? He said, and Jimin nodded. Mrs. Min chuckled. Mrs. Min, it happens with everyone then you all go home. We come after greeting some guests. Okay, you all must be tired. Jin, yeah, we go home. And Mrs. Min hold Jimin hand. She take Jimin and go Taeyang and Jin also go to meet the guest and now the other. Yoongi see everyone is looking at him. Yoongi what? Namjoon don't tell us anything. Yoongi what? Jungkook how's your He said Dan. Yoongi roll his eyes. Yoongi why would I tell you? Yan come on, if you don't tell us whom you tell Yoongi no I don't tell anyone. Namjoon. Now tell us, Yoongi. We already everything. Yoongi, if you know, then why you are asking from me? He said, paying Jungkook cause we want to hear it from you. Then tell us, no matter what was that. Yoongi, we talk. Uh, Yoon, how Yoongi raised his eyebrow. You know, we are asking about the talking. He said, and Yoongi gave him Yoongi to my. He said, and they all start laughing loudly. Jungkook stand up. Jungkook Taeyang already asking congratulations, Hyung you. He said, go. Yoongi signed to see him, his brothers, and smiled lightly at his innocence, which is unnoticed by everyone. Soon they all done. Namjoon, let's go home, guys. Yoongi, go and inform mom, dad. Yun, we are going home. Yun, I don't do. Jungkook Hyung do. Yoongi, Aista, we don't said you come with them. Nah, Yun, yeah, go. Yeah, going. Yun, is a order and walk to him. He said, and go from there. The others start laughing. Jimin Taeyang and Jin is talking, and then Jun come. They all sit in their respective cars and go there. Almost 4 to 5 cars behind them, and they go to their mansions. Aista, they come home. They all go. Okay, so they come home. They all go in their respective rooms. Yoongi come in the room. He see Jimin just done with and sit on the bed now. Yoongi sit on his place. Yoongi, you must be Jimin. Yeah, a little bit. Yoongi, it's so Jimin. Well, it's no doubt. Yoongi could speak. His phone start ringing. He to see the caller ID. It's from the. He attend the call. Sir, where are you? Yoongi, what happened? He asked in voice of sir. Actually, he explained him everything. Yoongi expression changed. Jimin see he become to see Yoongi, who is hearing everything carefully. Yoongi reached there. I am coming. He said. He said and cut the call. Jimin, what happens? He asked and can look at Yoongi and Yoongi look up, saying him Yoongi there isn't. I need to go. Jimin at this time. When you come back, Yoongi, I will be back soon. Don't listen. Don't tell anyone about this. Okay? Jimin nodded, but he saw Yoongi go, and after some time, he come while his uniform and Jimin stand up to see him, and Yoongi take his phone. Look at Jimin, went toward him, and on his forehead, Yoongi, Jiminy, don't worry, okay? I will be back in some times. Trust me. It's common for me to go like this. Jimin, Yoongi, take care of yourself. If I call you, please attend the call. Yoongi, I will. Just don't. And sleep. Jimin, stay silent. Yoongi on his forehead. Yoongi, I come in sometimes. He said, Jan. Sajan, go from there. Jimin, go in the terrace. He see Yoongi is talking with and then sit in the car and go. Jimin sign. He come in the room and sit on the bed and start to wait for Yoongi to come or what he can do here. Expect this, huh? I think the story I write with so much emotions. Like it's my favorite one. Yoongi reached there. Yoongi reached there. He come out from the car and see his team there. Some is trying to the and the others is, and all of that. He went toward the family members. The boy asked him, Yoongi, what happens? The old lady looked at Yoongi, and Yoongi see a cute boy with her. He's maybe 8 to 9 years old. Lady, when I come home, I see my son and daughter is on the. I want to give them. She said and starts. Yoongi see her. Yoongi tell me he have any with anyone or something like this, and or your daughter have any something like this. You can tell me whatever it's. He said softly. All right. And already it's nothing. My son is so good boy. He did nothing. She's staying and saying, and Yoongi's sign is. She went toward her and started to calm her. Yoongi, they both don't stay here till the apartment for them. I for that. He said, and the nodded. He go to do the work. Yoongi start to see everything and he don't know where the time passed. Yoongi talk with some of his friends. He do work on the. He decide to turn and see the old lady. Old lady, you give to my kids. Promise me, Yoongi. I do, ma'am. He said in his hand while telling his sing truth. She nodded, and then the take her. Yoongi guide the. Okay, skip some words you all read by yourself. Okay, Yoongi, and then he heard the bird's chirping voice. He see the time on its phone is 5 a.m. Yoongi, I see you. Then now he said and go home. Huh? Like he's really so late. And Yoongi come home. He enter in the room and see Jimin stand beside the window looking outside. She is feeling happy. Jimin wait for him, but also he don't sleep. Yoongi go and Jimin come in reality. He turn a little bit and see Yoongi. Jimin, you come. Yoongi, he places head on his and Jimin, everything is okay. Yoongi, so you don't sleep, he said, and Jimin turned. Jimin, I was waiting for you. Yoongi, don't do that again. Jimin, as my work is like this, I don't know when I have to go again like this. Jimin, it's okay. Yoongi, now I am not. You come back. Yoongi chuckled to see him. Yoongi, don't be like this, Jiminy. You are a you are the of. Make yourself strong, okay? As anything happen, as at any time, he said, and Jimin on his shoulder. Jimin, you are. That's why you don't know what to say. Now sleep. Jimin said, and Yoongi chuckled to see him. Yoongi, alright, let's sleep. He said, and Jimin, what are you doing, Yoongi? I can. Yoongi, I know, but I don't want you. He said, and they both on. Then Yoongi is Jimin. I can't even now. Yoongi in my presence. No, as you become tired, he said, and Jimin giggled. Jimin, sleep now, Yoongi. Good night, he said and hid his face. And then they both sleep. Yoongi is just like this. Huh. Okay, so. Smile and then they both sleep. Next day, Yoongi open his eyes. He see the time. It's 12 p.m. He see Jimin is not on the. He signs it on the. And then after some times he go for fresh up and then go downstairs. Yoongi come downstairs. Yoongi come downstairs. He see Jimin sit on the couch. Jimin sees Yoongi and smiles. Jimin, you wake up. Yoongi, you come when you come downstairs, when you come downstairs, Jimin, I come on breakfast time. Yoongi, why you don't sleep? Why you wake up early, Jimin? It's okay. I am fine, Yoongi, but it's not okay for me, Jimin. Leave that. I make something for you, he said, and go in kitchen. Yoongi signed to see him. He go and sit with his father. Mr. Min, you go somewhere, Yoongi? They tell me. Yoongi sign and yeah, there isn't. They start to talk and Jimin come with coffee and some snacks. He places in front of Yoongi. Jimin sit beside Yoongi. Mrs. Min has said to him many times, Yoongi, don't go out in, but you don't listen me. She almost at him. Namjoon, mom, that was his work, Mrs. Min. What work? I am already so his job. And she go, that's not good. And here Jimin understand why Yoongi stop him to telling Mrs. Min about to he telling him about Mrs. Min to he go. He's going, Yoongi, mom, nothing happens. Mrs. Min, you stay silent. Yoongi, Jimin son, you said him. Don't do this. The day is not enough. We do all this, Yoongi, mom. This is my job, he said, and being Mrs. Min, I already said you don't choose this. Be careful from now, Mrs. Min. You said this last time also. Yoongi so see, I am fine, he said, and they all chuckled. Yeah, mom, take a chill. And Young is everything. Okay, that is not serious. So Yoongi, no, it's not. Of course, it's Jimin. Don't say anything, and then everyone gathered in the living room and started to talk. Yoongi sit with them for some time, and then he go. Okay, it's night time. It's night time. Everyone sleep. Almost one week pass. Yoongi and Jimin, Yoongi don't come home till now. Jimin is waiting for him in living room. He is not attending the calls, which is making Jimin more. He is thinking when Yoongi enter in the house. Jimin sign in real life to see him. He go and Yoongi, Jimin, what you are doing here at this time? Jimin back and see him with expressions. Jimin, I was waiting for you. Yoongi, why you come late? See the time. Yoongi, sorry. He just said this. When Jimin see Yoongi don't respond much, and it's mean he is. Jimin, go and fresh up. You must be hungry. I the dinner for you. When Jimin about to go in the kitchen, when Yoongi hold his hand and he stop him. Yoongi, listen. His voice is extremely soft. Jimin smiled to see him and nodded. Yoongi, thank you for everything. What you are doing, he said, and honest. Jimin smiled and looking down. Jimin, you no need to thanks me, he said, and go in the kitchen. Yoongi see him for some times, and then he himself go for fresh up. Okay. So still my 15 minutes voiceover is left. Alright, so this is finally the third last scene. Yoongi come downstairs. He sit on the chair, and Jimin serve him the dinner. Yoongi, I am sure you don't eat anything, right? Jimin, as usual, waiting for you. Jimin about to take the food for him. Yoongi stop him. Yoongi, eat with me, he said, and Jimin smiled. They start to eat from Jimin. Yoongi, can I ask you something, he said while eating. Yoongi, asked Jimin. Yoongi, I am noticing from some days you are looking everything is okay. I know you said everyone is not that much or all of that, but there is something you are hiding. He said. Then Yoongi see Jimin and smiled lightly. Yoongi, you know me well. Just in some days, Jimin, I do. Yoongi smiled. Yoongi, huh? Yeah, I am. Because of the I don't know from where I start. Jimin, everything is so someone that there is no of that, and also there is said you don't have any with anyone. How can it's possible someone come and them without any reason and go? Moreover, in the house when everyone was present there. He said Ping and Jimin understand why Yoongi is so. Jimin Yoongi, maybe someone from their family do nowadays we can't anyone. Yoongi and Yoonmin, I tried to talk with their mother, but she said they don't have. Jimin, it's not possible, Yoongi. Huh? Okay, he said, Yoongi, that's the thing. And Jimin, she again and again come and said to me, I have to give to the parents. I what I do. He said, and Jimin can see. Yoongi is so, and Jimin holds his hand. Jimin, everything with the passage of time, the things like this take time. You know this better than me, Yoongi. I know, but the old lady is not ready to understand. Jimin, don't take too much. Everything become alright. Yoongi nodded. Jimin, do the dinner and take some rest. You feel better. Yoongi nodded and passed a small smile to Jimin. Yoongi, thank you, Jimin, for what? Yoongi, for listening me. Jimin, I am always here to listen you, Yoongi. You share with me whenever you want, he said, and Yoongi smiled and then he on his forehead and they started to talk randomly. Second last scene, Jimin come and sit beside Yoongi on the when Yoongi take in his and Jimin chuckled to see him. Jimin, sometimes I think you are Yoongi. That's not true. I am with you. He said, and okay, so I don't do the voiceover and these takes are. So I would think to count my notifications. It's past my time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. It's 27. It's not that much as once I have a 45 notifications. Hmm. I don't do the voiceover on this one. Also, when this happens with me, I don't feel like to do voiceover or do any work. But still, I have to do. I have exams, but still, I am doing this. And today, I have a test also. Wow, your uni have really so much work to do today. My nails. This one is, and this one. The two are so weird. So, I will recommend to post and ask you something. And here is the thing. And okay. Now he on his forehead and both fell in sleep. Jungi smiled to see him and also sleep after some time. 50 to 5, only 10 minutes voiceover are left. Finally, days is passing. Is passing. Days is passing. Everything is fine. Everyone is busy in their lives, and Yoongi is busy in his work. He tried to give proper time to Jimin, but sometimes he can't, and Jimin never he He can see Yoongi is working on the day and night. So he understands him right now. Jimin sit on the couch in the room. He is feeling so well. When Taeyang come and see him, Taeyang Jiminy, what happens? Jimin look at Taeyang and sit properly. Jimin, I am not Taeyang. Taeyang sit beside him. Taeyang, Jimin, I always, whenever I Taeyang here, Taeyang here, he asked and Jimin nodded. Jimin, yeah, I am. Taeyang, you too. Maybe you are, he said, and Jimin don't think this. Taeyang go and come back with the. He signed him and Jimin nodded. He got Taeyang wait for Jimin, and after some times he come, he give to Jimin and he give to Taeyang and become nervous. He smiled to see him. Taeyang, really? I am so happy he him. And so yeah, Jimin, Taeyang, don't tell anyone. I want to tell Yoongi first. Taeyang, okay, I will not, but call him. Where is he? See the time. It's 9 p.m. Jimin, he must be coming right now. Taeyang, alright, you tell him, and then tell everyone in morning. Jimin nodded. He smiled and go like in some minutes and so happy. But but he want to share this with Yoongi first. He want to see his reaction. Jimin call Yoongi, who don't attend the call. After some times he do. Yoongi, everything is alright. You are calling me. His voice is extremely soft. Jimin smile as he know. Yoongi talk with him only like this. Jimin, when you come home, Yoongi, I am doing driving. Jimin, oh, okay, then come. Yoongi, is everything okay? Jimin, yeah, I have a surprise for you. Yoongi, surprise? Where Jimin come? Then I tell you. He said, then cut the call. Jimin becomes so happy he start to wait for him and think how he tell Yoongi. And at the same time, after some times Yoongi come, he see Jimin sit on the bed. She sit in front of him. Jimin smiled to see him. He can tell Yoongi so. Jimin again tired. He said down Yoongi. Yoongi, not now. Jimin smiled at Yoongi is a person want Jimin, okay, now fresh up. I bring dinner for you, Yoongi. You take care of me a lot. Jimin, if I don't do, who do, huh? He said then Yoongi, you have surprise for me. Jimin, wait. First to do the dinner, then I tell you. Yoongi, huh? Again, where Jimin nodded and Yoongi chuckled. He go for fresh up and then come. Jimin go downstairs. Yoongi fresh up. Jimin come with the dinner. He place on the table, and both start to eat. To do the dinner. Jimin is thinking how he tell him. Yoongi, now tell me, Jimin. He said, and Jimin stopped eating. He look at him being confused. Yoongi can see Jimin is so confused. Yoongi, words, tell me, Jimin. He holds Jimin a hand. Jimin, I show you, he said, and stand up. He went toward the drawer and come back. He give that to Yoongi and sit beside him. Jimin is so and confused how Yoongi react. Yoongi see that with his widened eyes. Yoongi, Jimin, you are. Jimin nodded. He see Yoongi who is looking so shocked. Jimin, you are. Jimin nodded. Jimin, I am. He asked, being excited. Jimin smiled as he feeling of real life. He nodded. Yoongi, we are going to be. He said, and Jimin, who back him. Yoongi, I am so happy. I am so happy, Jimin. I can't believe Someone call me, he said, and Jimin back. Jimin can see his excitement and nodded. Yoongi, why don't you tell me before? Why you sit here like this? Why you even go to bring dinner? Jimin chuckles to see him. Yoongi, I will be with you as a lot, and also I take care of you. Let's go. Jimin, where Yoongi for your Jimin now? Yoongi, yeah, I said them to call the bestest Jimin. Yoongi, we go in morning. Yoongi, no, we go now. He said and stand up. Jimin also stand up. Jimin, hey, listen me, Yoongi, I am fine, he said, and Yoongi listen him, no. Jimin, I promise we go in morning, please, Yoongi, but Jimin, I want to take rest now, he said, and Yoongi see him. Yoongi, you okay? You are feeling where Jimin chuckled to see Yoongi see him laughing. Yoongi, what happened? Jimin, I am all fine. I can also. Yoongi, no way. Jimin, okay, I don't. We go tomorrow. I promise, he said. Then Yoongi see him. Yoongi, alright. If you are saying, I don't want to believe you, but still, Jimin make up out, and I am so happy. So last scene and third last text dinner properly. He sat down, both sit beside each other. Yoongi stop eating. He start to Jimin. Jimin, you also eat, Yoongi. Yoongi, I eat later. First you eat. He said and carefully start to him. Jimin, see Yoongi. He sought to have a life partner like Yoongi. He smiled and they do the dinner like this together. And right now, Jimin sits on the bed and both are. Yoongi said Jimin he sleep first, then he sleep. But Jimin don't want to sleep. Moreover, he is not sleeping. And if he don't sleep, Yoongi also don't sleep. Yoongi is also. Jimin, listen me, he said, and Yoongi sit in front of him. Yoongi, yeah, said. Jimin hold his hand. Jimin, don't. Last in the second last text, don't be like this. I am fine, he said in extremely soft voice. No, Yoongi can't said no to him when he speak like this. Yoongi, you know I can't said no to you when you speak like this. Don't do this, he said, and Jimin smiled to see him. He feels so happy whenever he see Yoongi is full on her. Jimin chuckle. He could speak. Yoongi phone ring. He see the caller ID and attend the call. He about to go. Jimin hold his hand. Sign him. He don't go. Yoongi nodded. Yoongi, hello. Sir, we found something. Yoongi, what? We found a ring from the way. I check again and some. Yoongi, good, send them in. Okay, sir. And also someone call me and ask. Last scene and the last text. And ask for your number. Yoongi, who? I don't know. He said he want to talk with you. I don't give you, but he said it's not so for him to get your number, so it's good for me if I give him by myself. He said, then Yoongi, who is he? Yoongi, if he call you again, give him my number. He said, then talk for some time, but his work. Jimin wait to cut the call now and Yoongi don't. As he signed, he shake his hand and on the Yoongi cut the call after some time. Yoongi he called Jimin whose eyes is closed. Yoongi, no, Jimin don't sleep yet. But he signed and him and whispered so and he himself also fell asleep. To be continue, I try to write something new. Hope so you all like. If you like then subscribe and tell me in comments. Bye bye. Take care of yourself.